Greetings and welcome to Matrix Journey, Presentation 3. It is now Monday, the 2nd of March on the calendar date. I managed to look through some of the comments to the last couple of videos, and I accept the well wishes and the energy that has been sent. I accept that, and I say thank you for that, because yes, it has helped. These past 3 weeks I could quite easily have just turned back and drove back to England and had feelings of, I can't do this. I've thrown myself in at the deep end in a country where I don't speak the language sufficiently, and it becomes a daunting task. And then alarm bells go off, and this is the beauty of this. I can draw from previous experience. I can feel anxiety, but now I'm not feeling it and not understanding it. I have the inner standing, I have the experience of it. I know, and I know what it is. Anxiety is a rabbit hole. It is manifested in the mind. It can be attributed to many different things in this three-dimensional world. But it is all illusions that we create ourselves. We are our own worst enemy if we allow this fear to come in. It can manifest in many ways, and it will. This is exactly the nature of this virus, this demonic entity. Think of it in a way, you're all a bank of lots of little lights, and when you allow fear to come in, it switches on a very different light from the light that you are seeking to find, which is within. That light will show up to this control system, this unseen presence that is outside of this three-dimensional reality that you can't see with these eyes. And it will latch on. You've given it a doorway to come in. But once you have come out the other side of this, and when it tries to attack again, like any virus, the body, the mind, the soul has learned, it has built up its antibodies. And part of this experience of these last 3 weeks, I have been getting angry with myself, which I am now transmuting into driving out this virus with the help and the energy that you've sent, and through your kind wishes. It's all helping, and the combination is working wonders, and I'm feeling stronger for it. Let me say something else here. Now, before I say this, I want you to hear what I say, hear the words clearly, but don't react. Just hear what I'm saying. You are an antichrist. How does that make you feel? Did you react? Did a barrier go up? What did you hear me say? Did you hear me say ANTI as in against, or did you hear me say ANTE as in before? Let's get something crystal clear here. We have this vowel shift. So often the G is given a sound more like a J. This is the frequency shift. This is the problem. There is a slang term for a man in English. It is also the name of probably the most famous pyramid. It is Giza. In English, you would say to someone you know in a familiar term, you'd say, "All right, Giza," as a way of saying hello. Now, what if there are many Gizas? Gizas? Because this is the thing. Gi is us. All of us. If we choose to find it inside. It is not about letting something in, it is about letting something out. It is all within. This is where the strength is coming from within me. I've had to create it in myself and then start pushing it out, which has resulted initially in this video. There are other things that are in the pipeline, and of course the Berlin Zoo I still have to visit and experience and share that experience with you. I'm also observing many other things, the architecture. This part of the world within Berlin, you have some very functional and yet ugly buildings. But they are functional. These are the skeletons. They do not have the decorative outsides and the splendour of a Tartarian structure, a polished marble floor, for example, or nice columns, all the aesthetically pleasing aspects to it. But it is a roof over your head, and home is what you make it. It is an extension of yourself. What about the home within oneself as well? If you furnish that in the right way, you can build the structure outside you want to project out to the rest of the world. And I would hope that it will be an honest one done from here, not a mask, a projection of something you want to put on that is false, but a genuine wearing of the heart on the face, for example. This is the thing. It's not Jesus, it is Gi is us. The G, the G, it's the geometry, the Gaia. It is within all of us. We follow the same pattern. Giza shares the dimensions of the earth mathematically, the geometry of it. It has 8 sides. It shows at certain lighting angles what look to be 4 sides are actually duality. There are 2 parts to it. We have that 8, as Black Sheep researcher showed on the 8. It is shown in our hip bones. We form that figure of 8. The point of it is the center point, the cross. That's where we are. We are at the center of ourselves, our own universes. And this strength, it's unlimited. One thing I have noticed the last week or so, it's funny what comes into the mind. It's been television programs of all things. I've thought of specific actors or a particular series, comedy thing, something like The Big Bang Theory, Mr. Bean, for example, and I have got to see these things again, and it's all come around. It shows the potential, the creation from thought. So this is, so far, has actually been more like a chrysalis stage. So often people will think of something like the Mothman and think of a negative. Well, as I've said before, and it is shown in an action will create an opposite and equal reaction. Well, yes, but not just in science. This happens in energy as well. And it shows what can be created even without really thinking about it, and manifesting it to happen shows an enormous potential that is far greater that I've only just started tapping into. And this will be more and more of the experiences I will be sharing. Notice also, it it seems to have broken the pattern. We have had the cloud here again today, but maybe they've run out of spray. But this is the thing also to remember as well with all this. If you're listening to this channel, it won't be somebody who's just found this channel by accident. You've already been listening to what I've been saying, and other channels saying very similar things, spiritual and truth seeking. So it won't seem like total nonsense. You're already in this mindset. Now look what's been thrown and bombarded at you already, and look where you are. You're still here. You're still seeing through the things. There is nothing, absolutely nothing that they can throw at us that can break us unless we allow it. I can say nothing will hurt me, but that would be very selfish. It's as much I need to look at what I project out to other people. Maybe say I get the coronavirus and then I go around saying, look, it's not going to kill me, but I could be spreading it to other people as well. There's that to consider. If they're not of that energetic level that they can protect themselves, then who do I end up working for unknowingly or going along with? And I'm doing the dirty work. This is something else we need to watch with all this, because everything that is thrown at us, it's like a huge play. You choose the part you want to play, but don't take the scripted part that they are offering you. Write your own script, write your own character. Be true to yourself and be benevolent. Anyway, that's it for this video. I will do my best to reply to as many of the comments as I can. I'm still looking at the easiest way, but I've got to generate some income to start with. This is the first thing. Unfortunately, I have to be in this 3D reality, but I've also got to look at the communication, because yes, 50% does come in the inspiration from talking to each and every one of you, but there has to be a balance as well. While I'm spending time on that, it's taking time away from the other aspects I have to deal with, but it is starting to come together. So there will be much more to come from this channel, and I will be sharing all the experiences. It's a link in the chain. Some of you, or a lot of you, have sent me good wishes and energy to help heal me. Well, so now I give back, and if the words I say reach out and help just one of you, then I am grateful for that, because that is the intention. The more the better, but if it just helps one person, then I am happy with that. So I will say ta-ta for now.